Hello. Thank you so much for clicking on to this video. My name is Shanita and you have caught me on a wash day. I have just washed, rinsed, and deep conditioned my hair, and it is time for the styling process. If you are new to the channel, I hope that you will find something interesting here, something useful, something informative, something that will be of benefit to you, and you should subscribe if you do so. I did a video a couple of days ago where I showed you guys some of the stylers in my stash, and I asked you if there was one in particular that you wanted me to try, and I got a couple of responses from that, and I appreciate that because that really does help me decide which styler to use. I cannot tell you what a burden that took off of me, because some days deciding what to use on wash day, oh my gosh, like I guess that's problems of a product junkie. Like you got so much stuff, you're like, okay, what do I use today? What do I use today? And that just ends up being a project all in itself. So I really appreciate you guys giving me some feedback on that video. And if you have not watched that video before, it is my moisturizers and stylers. I have done a part 1 and 2 up to this point, and I will be doing another one in a couple of days. So if you are not subscribed, then you definitely want to subscribe so that you can check that out. But in that video, I asked you what you wanted to see, and I am going to do one of the stylers that was requested in that video. A couple of you asked that I do the double butter cream from As I Am. So I'm going to style my hair with that today. It is a great time to do it. I am not gonna even tell you what time the middle of the night it is. I know some of you really are wash and go people, and you love seeing me try those, and that's just an homage to you girls, because I get such a rough, anyway, don't get me started on wash and goes. They're just not my favorite thing. I can get a decent looking one, but I don't feel like it is the healthiest thing for my hair to do all the time. So I normally just do a twist out or braid out, and I'll throw in a wash and go here and there, but I definitely have to do those earlier in the daytime. I have low porosity hair and it takes forever to dry. So I'm going to do the double butter cream tonight, and I don't have an As I Am leave-in, which is very surprising because I've got quite a few leave-ins. So I don't have one, and so I just picked up another one that is moisturizing that I haven't used for a while, and that is my TGIN Green Tea Super Moist Leave-In Conditioner. There are so many good ones on my shelf. There are so many good ones by Black-owned companies out there. It is mind-boggling. It is a whole situation trying to decide what leave-in conditioner to use. So I grabbed this one because it just happens to be in the front. So I am taking out the bobby pins that are in my hair, because this is what I do once I rinse out the deep conditioner in my hair. It is in 6 sections, and I twist it and I make very loose Bantu knots and pin it up as I am finishing it up in the shower. So now I am done. I've rinsed out the deep conditioner, and I'm about to apply the leave-in for styling purposes. And generally what I do is go in and add my leave-in conditioner and put an oil on top. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. And you know what? Today I'm not. If I put an oil on top of the leave-in and then put the cream on top, that would be me doing the lock method, the LOC. And so today I'm going to do it the opposite way. I'm going to do the LCO. I'm going to do the leave-in and then the cream, and then I'm going to put an oil on top of the cream. Just for simply, I don't know, just because, just to try it. I actually compared the LCO method to the LOC method on my channel in a video before, and I will go through and I will try to remember to link that video here in the card so that you can see it. And honestly, I could not tell the difference in my hair. The LCO side was very moisturized. The LCO side was very moisturizing. I couldn't tell a difference in the way it looked. I couldn't tell a difference in the way it felt. So you just have to try one and then try the other, see which one works for you, and then go from there. And if, like me, you find that both sides gave you the exact same features, they were both moisturized, both shiny, neither of them had a whole lot of shrinkage, it was just, everything about it was just completely equal on both sides, then just do whichever and switch it up like I am doing today. So I am going to do exactly what I just did with the remaining sections of my hair. I'm going to do the leave-in. I'm going to put it back in that little loose bantu knot or anything you choose, just to kind of pin it out of the way. And so I'm going to do that on these other remaining 5 sections, and I will be back. Okay, so as you can see, I am almost done. But this is the first time I've actually said that I was gonna come back and actually come back during styling process. Are you guys excited? I can't believe it. Maybe I should do this more late at night when I am not bothered and I can come back and keep my word. So let me tell you about this DoubleButter cream. It is a rich daily moisturizer that has you know what? I'm just gonna tell you the ingredients. I know right now it feels so good on my hair. As I am applying this onto my hair, it has so much slip. In combination with this leave-in conditioner, which was fabulous all on its own. As I'm putting on the cream, I can still feel the moisture that is in my hair from that leave-in. If you have not, if you have this in your stash and you haven't used it in a while, because there are so many new companies out there and TGIN has been around so long, you know, sometimes we can forget about these older companies, but this was a reminder how good this stuff is. It is so good. This is by no means a review about this particular brand or product, but I just want to tell you, because since I was twisting my hair, I was looking at the ingredients and I'm thinking, dang, no wonder this feels so good. It has water infused with BMTS, green tea leaf extract, aloe vera juice, cocoa butter, shea butter, argan oil, sweet almond oil, castor oil, sunflower oil, kapuasu butter, honey, St. John's wort. Okay, I lost my place. St. John's wort, vitamin E, provitamin B, cetearyl alcohol, capryl glycol. Okay, I don't know what the rest of that is. Let's just say those are preservatives. It's right at the very bottom. Those are like the last 2 or 3 ingredients. And fragrance actually is the very last thing. I don't really smell anything. Maybe mine is, it just has a nice fresh scent. Nothing too loud. I think anybody would be able to use this, but this stuff is so moisturizing. You heard all of those moisturizing ingredients. My gosh, that is just, what a moisture delight. That has so many great ingredients in it. And so as I was putting it in my hair, it just felt so good. But back to this one. I will put the ingredients for this in the description box, you guys, because it is in white again, and you know I'm blind as a bat, and I cannot see these ingredients at all, and it would take me 20 minutes to try to squint and figure it out. But I do see on the front where it puts the, you know, the main ingredients on the front. I can't read that. It's cocoa butter, shea butter, castor oil, jojoba oil, sugar beetroot, wheat germ oil, vegetable glycerin, wheat protein, panthenol, and lanolin. Again, an amazing bunch of moisturizing ingredients. So I'm just hoping that I don't have hair that will take forever to dry, or that will somehow be too oily, because that's a lot of moisture between the 2 products. So this one is a nice rich cream. It's like a medium consistency cream. It feels absolutely incredible. It is just like the perfect feel the perfect formulation, considering all the butters and oils and glycerin and goodness that is in here. It just feels great on the hand. I could probably use this as a one and done. I've never tried that before. I don't typically go without leave-ins, but I believe this cream could be used as a leave-in moisturizer. Like, you could get out of the shower from, or out for whatever you do, from deep conditioning your hair and go straight into this and use it by itself and have plenty of moisture. So the ingredients on it, let me see, child. Apply sparingly or liberally depending upon your hair's need for moisture, manageability, and vitality. Rub within the palms and scrunch into hair gently so that coils and curls are undisturbed. May also be used to set soft, lustrous twists and twist outs. So it's making it sound like you can actually use it as a wash and go sort of product if you want. But it is so, look at my hair from the, this is just the leave-in on this section that's left. Already, can you look at that and see the moisture, like how shiny it is, just as it is already? So I am just going to do this one in the front, and this little section here I will make 3 twists out of. This actually went a lot faster than I thought. I typically sit and watch a movie while I'm twisting my hair, and it seems like it takes forever, but I'm actually just listening to a book right now. And so because I didn't have to look off and I could actually pay attention to what I'm doing and not have to look at the TV so much, this went a lot faster. So I just rubbed that onto my hair, and I'm going to top it with a tad bit of oil. And this is, for those of you who've been with me, you know what this is. The moisturizing hair growth oil from Mimi's Curls. If you are an oil person and you like a light oil mix that feels very shiny and silky and still seals in your hair very well, but will also be used fantastically as a pre-poo or hot oil treatment, this is golden. She always has sales, and it is just a great brand of mixes of oils. I typically just use olive oil, and this one has olive oil in it. Olive oil is actually the first ingredient, but it does have a few other oils in it, and it just feels so silky. It feels like it would moisturize the hair, but of course we know it just seals it, but it gives so much shine. So I just rub that on top, and I just run my little brush through it one more time. This front of my hair does not curl very well at all. It is probably the loosest of the hair strands on my head. Even during a wash and go, you guys have seen it, like it barely will curl. I typically have to kind of pin it up or force it to curl because it is just very cooperative. And I don't do heat, so it's not heat damaged. It's just the way it comes out of my head. I've often thought, I wonder if once I trim off all of this hair as the years go by, will the hair that replaces that, will it be loose like that too? So I get to the ends and I just twirl this around my fingers just until I feel like it is sealed, and let it go. So I have this white stuff here because this is the product that is, like I say, the combination of the leave-in plus the moisturizer, and my hair is wet. I typically twist my hair on damp hair, but because it's so late, I am doing this on wet hair, and I am going to just let it dry overnight, hopefully. I may not come back tomorrow. I may give it 2 good days to be sure to set and dry really good, but you definitely want your hair to dry fully 100% before you take out these twists. Even if that means you have to just wear the twist for a couple days, there's a lot of cute little styles you can do with your twist while they're still in, and to make it look cute so that you can wear it out, but not that we have anywhere to go, right? So I am going to finish this up, you guys, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am all done, and here are my twists. They look nice and plump and full of sheen and moisture, and that is exactly the way they feel. I was looking at the description on this container, and I wanted to tell you what it says in case you haven't gotten this before, because I found this description to be so accurate of this cream. So it says, give your hair what it's asking for, the lubricity and moisture needed to feel and look amazing. Moisture is essential for great natural coils and curls. When your hair feels a bit rough and dry, and looks that way too, this is the jar to reach for. DoubleButter cream gets the job done. This fabulous favorite is a rich emollient blend graced with the finest array of natural butters and organic oils. In addition to outstanding natural moisturizers, it contains provitamin B, to help repair split ends and strengthen hair. That is so accurate from what I remember of this cream. I remember not only my hair being soft and moisturized, but it had so much shine. And because my hair is obviously kinky, type 4 hair generally just looks so dry, and it, even when it feels good, it looks dry. And so this was one of the creams that not only restored the moisture, but it gave it so much shine, and it made my hair feel so healthy. So now that I've said that, let's give it a chance to dry and see if I am actually going to get that result, because you know, it all varies depending on what leave-in you use, depending on whether your hair is actually wet or damp or dry. Like, all of this stuff is trial and error. And when you are a junkie like me, sometimes you switch products so much you forget how you did it the first time. And I was told when I first started my hair journey to keep a notepad, a tablet, and just write down when you got good results, to write down what you were doing with your hair and what you used it on and how you used it, blah blah blah, so that if you had a good hair day, you could go back and replicate that if you wanted to, and you would be able to go back and use those same products. Well, I did that for a very short time, and it just got to be too much, too overwhelming, and life was just moving too fast for that. So I hope that once I get this hair dried and styled, that it will live up to my expectations. So I'm gonna give it a day or two to dry, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna look at it together. So hang in there. So I am back, and I am, my hair is fully dry, and it is actually the next day. I know I said I was gonna wait a couple of days before I took these out, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and take them out now. You know how anxious I get. I can barely wait. So I slept in these overnight, but the roots were still a little bit damp this morning, and which is what I expected because I did the hair while it was wet. And that is the reason I like to do them when they're just a little bit damp. But nevertheless, I sat back under my heating cap for about 20 minutes today, and hopefully now they are all dry. So they held up very, very well. I am adding a little bit of the same oil to my hands, and I'm just going to rub it down the strands. You know the drill. Look, there's one already down because, you know, anxious me can't wait. So I am done untwisting and fluffing out. You know, I can fluff myself to frizz very easily. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm just going to come in a little bit so you can see the results. It came out very, very well, I think. My hair is very obviously moisturized. It held a lot of the definition, and it is by no means hard. So it is, I'm not going to say it's soft. You can definitely tell it has a little hole to it, but not like a gel hole, but more like it has some firmer butters in it that holds your hair in place. So I think this is definitely the kind of butter you could put in and get away with not retwisting or remoisturizing for a few days. I really, really like this, and Again, I've used it before. I remember liking the results. I don't know what leave-in I used that time, but the butter itself has such a good reputation. I think it could probably pair with anything. It is so moisturizing in and of itself that I think no matter what you use, it would be moisturized. I'm very impressed with how the definition stayed in. It has shine to it, and this is definitely a product that will give you some wear. So once again, this is the 8-ounce size, but it does come in a bigger container, and I believe I have that one too because I'm just about out of this one. Because it's thick, you know, with thicker products you tend to use a little bit more, and so I used a good bit during this particular hair day. Because the last time I used a butter on wet hair, I was so scared that it was going to have product buildup that I didn't have enough product on it to really get the moisture that I wanted to. So I was kind of, I'm not going to say heavy-handed, but I was pretty generous with this, and I felt like I could do that without getting very heavy, stiff hair. So as you can probably figure, I think this would be excellent for coarser hair naturals. It may be too much for someone with fine hair or with thin, looser curled hair. You know what I mean? So this is really, I think, more for type 4 hair. It says it is a power-packed natural moisturizing buttercream. It provides dehydrated hair. Provides dehydrated hair with what it needs to look and behave its very best. All right, I was worried about that. So I like this a lot, and this could definitely be a go-to in any weather, any season, any wear. It does have glycerin in it. I know the seasons are getting a little warmer, and for those of you who are those of us who are in humid areas, if we're going to do twist outs and braid outs this time of the year, it's that time where you're probably going to have to put a lighter gel on top or use a product that doesn't have glycerin at all, or at least have it toward the bottom of the ingredients list. But I would love to know what you guys think of this. And for those of you who requested that I use this, I have no idea what your hair type is, but I hope that you get an opportunity to kind of guess how it would work on your hair. And, you know, if you ever got your hands on it, know that I used it generously. So if you don't have hair that is as coarse, then you may not have to use as much as I can, but you can kind of feel it as you're putting it on, whether it's going to be enough or not. So again, I think it could very easily be a one and done. It absorbed into my hair perfectly. All of those butters and those oils in it. I don't have any oily residue on my fingers. I didn't wake up with any in my hair. I didn't sleep in a bonnet. I slept on a silk pillowcase. And so I just think my hair gets a lot more air that way, and especially if it is damp, so that by the time I get up in the morning, it will be dry. What else can I tell you about it? I think I covered everything, you guys. I didn't tell you. Yeah, it doesn't really, I don't know. It doesn't smell like anything. Just a soft, subtle smell. Just very faint. Like, I wouldn't even say it has a smell. So that's not an issue. It's a great, great butter. It's a wonderful alternative to, you know, some of the online retail, the online Black-owned businesses that we buy from that tend to have thicker creams that work well for our hair. If you wanted one and you wanted a heavier cream and you didn't want to buy it online, or you didn't want to wait for the time that it came, and you have that hair that is very hard to moisturize and keep moisture in, this is a perfect alternative. Perfect alternative. Sally's carry the As I Am brand, buy one get one half off very often. I see it a lot, and I can't say that I see it on sale anywhere else. This is not the absolute cheapest product either. Their line is very reasonable as far as price, but I think they knew this was going to be a hit. I mean, it has some great butters and amazing ingredients in it, and I think that it is a bit more expensive than the typical price you pay. And when I find it, when I do the video, I will put the price of it in the video somewhere to just kind of give you a range of what it could cost. But little goes a long way. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And I suggest you give it a shot. I suggest you give it a shot. I don't know if I've heard of anybody buying as I am from their website. Almost everybody typically get it from stores because it is so widely distributed, but they do sell it online if you are inclined to get it that way. And I have a feeling you'll love it. There are tons of other things. If you don't like these heavier products, they have everything on the website from shampoo to finish, from start to finish. You can get everything you wanted to from that particular brand. And they do sales on the website often. No, not often. I'm not going to say that. They do have sales, but they are not as good as what you can get in the store. I would say salads is your best option. Okay, I'm going to end this video so that I don't keep you all day. I do want you to see this, and I hope that you got a feel for what it might perform like in your hair. I think you will really love it. And if you decide to try it, then please come back and let me know what you thought of it. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. I hope that you will come back for another video, and send this video to anyone you think it may interest or it may help. And I am so glad to have you guys with me. Continue to take care of yourselves. I think we are getting really close to having our world back open, and so just try to be patient a little bit longer, you guys. Want you all to be safe. Want you to be careful. There's a lot of loss out there. A lot of families have lost a lot of people, and even for the people who've had the virus, a lot of them have been really sick, and they describe it as something that wasn't terminal. It wasn't like something they couldn't get better from. They actually lived through it, but they say it does not feel good. Like you get sick and you are miserable. So don't put yourselves in those positions. Hang in there, you guys. We'll be done with this shortly. Take care of yourselves. I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.